Hello and hi there, people of the internet. Welcome back to the Cosmic Camel stream. This has been a long time coming. This is Alan Wake 2. At last. Well, you might not be aware of this, but you can go back to the history of my YouTube channel and find out that the very first game I streamed back in the day when I started it was Alan Wake the first, the DLCs. This is the very first content I streamed, and my history with this franchise and my history with Remedy games in general is something I'd like to address for a little while before I dive into this. I've been a Remedy fan for ever since Max Payne, the first one, came out. And I played through Max Payne, and I loved the shit out of this. I played it on PC back in the day. And then the second one remains one of my favorite games of all time. Max Payne 2 is a cinematic and all-around masterpiece, and I loved it. Max Payne 3 was alright, but even though it's still a very, high-quality game, you could tell it wasn't Remedy. It was Rockstar, and it wasn't on the same level. Really, all the noir thing, the aesthetics, everything that made the two first games special was gone, or at least heavily modified. Then I kept on playing Remedy games as soon as they were dished out. Played Quantum Break. It was very ambitious, didn't quite hit the mark, but still very pleasant third-person, experience, and the whole, live-action series and decisions. That was, wasn't perfect, but it was interesting, really. Control is the game I streamed as well on this channel, the DLCs on the PlayStation 4 back then, and Control is also one of my favorite games ever. It's a fantastic piece of entertainment. It's ambitious, it's gameplay wise, it's perfect, it plays like a dream. It's very, I know that it has had a very strong, it has a cult following now, and the reviews were always very good for this game, but it was, I think it was never the smash hit success it deserved to be. And then Alan Wake Remastered came out, and we all saw that coming. We all knew what it meant. Alan Wake 2 was in the works. And then it was released, and I was always streaming something else. And the latest one was Ratchet & Clank for the PlayStation 5, and the thing is, I had to return it to the library. I haven't finished it, and I can't play it again for a few weeks because I have to wait until I'm allowed to borrow it again. So I told myself, okay, this is it. This is when I finally get to play Alan Wake 2. I bought it for myself back in December, and it's been sitting in my Xbox Series X ever since. And I'm like, when do I get to play this? When do I get to play this? And I've managed to keep myself away from spoilers. Basically, every time I've seen in any YouTube video Alan Wake 2 being mentioned, I just skipped or just turned off the video entirely. So I would be sure to go inside this as blind as possible, because I really, really want to save this. I played the first Alan Wake back on the Xbox 360. And back then, the funny thing is I didn't finish it. After a while, I found it, to be quite a bit repetitive. And I don't know, it lost its appeal to me after a while. I would say when I reached the fourth quarter of the game. Actually, I didn't know how close I was to completing it until I started streaming it back when I first started on Twitch a few years ago. And then I realized, oh god, I was really close to the ending back then. So I bought it again on the Xbox 360 because it runs like a dream through backwards compatibility on Xbox Series. I think it was an Xbox One back then, but who cares? And then I went through the DLCs, and then I tried to play American Nightmare, and I played maybe, I think, two hours of it, and then I got locked behind a game-breaking bug, a glitch. I researched it, and it's a well-known glitch. It happens sometimes, and nobody can tell why. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. And it, a script fails to load after you've completed the side quest and you just can't proceed. So I don't know what the end of this story was, because I didn't want to spoil myself. So I just kept hoping I would find a way around it, and the thing is, I never did. So I don't know how the story unfolds with the whole, you know, Mr. Scratch situation. And I think American Nightmare was interesting, but I mean, it wasn't quite the same. The open world thing, it was interesting, but I don't know. I didn't find it compelling enough to go and see a story playthrough on YouTube or anything. So I just, you know, gave up on it. So here we are tonight, and finally I get to play Alan Wake 2, and I'm stoked. I'm stoked because the game, I mean, it was nominated and it won awards for the Game Awards of this year, well, last year now, 2023, and the reviews have been almost all of them have said that it's fantastic, and I'm not surprised because it's, you know, it's fucking Remedy. They are the best studio in existence when it comes to tell an intricate story with heart, with soul, and with wicked gameplay, third-person mechanics. They are, I believe, honestly, that Remedy Entertainment are the best at what they do. You know, like at some point in history, Platinum Games were the best at what they did, and then they released Babylon's Fall, and this whole statement became false. But then again, this is the Cosmic Camel stream, this is Alan Wake 2, and this is me being extremely enthusiastic and going in almost entirely blind. What I know about this is there are two main characters, and I get to play as a lady agent from the FBI on one side, and as Alan on the other. And that's it. I know nothing else. So, without any more ado, let's dive right into it. Let's go. So this is it, the room at the bottom of the lake where Alan has been trapped all this time when he chose to give up his freedom at the end of the first DLCs for the first game, you know. Oh, jump scares, yet. You know, I actually expected Alan to break out at the end of the DLCs, and I was pleasantly surprised when the game chose not to free him. And I mean, that's his penance. He has to stay trapped, writing stories, and, you know, at the bottom of this lake, this mystical prison that he now belongs to. And I really want to know, yeah, okay, jump scares, I get it. What happens now? How does he get out? He gets out, doesn't it? Doesn't he? We'll see. Press A now. To continue, I haven't started anything. What do you mean press A to continue? Yep. Cosmetics. Okay. Is this because I bought the Deluxe Limited Edition, so I know some Digital Deluxe? Oh yeah, that's it. I get skins. Woo, cosmetics, baby. Oh, I love this character model already. Alright. Oh yeah, give me luxury. I love it. Okay, cosmetics, I think that's it. So Saga. Saga is the name of the FBI lady I get to play. Options. Enable tutorials. Yeah, please. Controls. I need to make sure. Yep, my vertical controller is inverted because that's how I roll. The rest... Aim assist. Yeah, sure. I'm playing on controller, so I'm getting that aim assist, man. I need it. Held down to change from, yeah, it's a toggle or hold kind of option. Quick turn. Double tapping backwards quickly turns the player. Yes, thank you. This is needed in a third-person horror game. Button tapping, a single tap. No, let me mash. I need mashing for tension. I suppose there are some quick time events in this thing. Sensitivity we'll see when we play. Controls will be taught to me during gameplay because that's how modern games work. Performance, sure, I'll play on a 1080p monitor, so let me have the 60 FPS. I don't care about 4K. Motion blur and film grain, yep, give me all the filters. Bass reduction, why would I do that? Mono audio, would I do that? Hyperacusis filter? Oh, that's very nice. Hyperacusis is a condition, and this is a very good accessibility option actually, to allow people with hyperacusis to reduce the strain. Good thinking, Remedy. Interface, all in English. Yep. Subtitles, yes. Speaker name and subtitles. I'm not sure this is going to be needed. Subtitles, background. Don't need those. Yep, yep. Oh, show subtitles for inward signs while targeting them. Okay, could be useful. Okay. Nudity sensor. No, please, no. Okay, I don't need to confirm any of this, do I? Nope. Let's go. I'm hyped as shit. Let's go. Normal. I think story is like fights don't even happen. No. I want my encounters. When knocked on the ground, use dash to avoid follow-up attacks. Okay, cool. That's a quick rise. Hand flare, yeah, sure. Give me all the lights and the flares. I'll need those. Let's go.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster.
Well, that whole thing with
Monsters wear many faces.
with Alan Wake, isn't it? Stories he writes turn into reality. Even though he doesn't want it. But he's trapped and he has no choice. Ooh. No, that's not Alan. So much older dude. Who are you? Naked old guy. Naked old guy I get to play as? Okay, I cannot see my face. But this is the lake. This is the lake from Alan Wake 1, isn't it? The lake with the cabin. Okay. Who am I? So am I like a character created by Alan? Because, you know, one of the tropes in Alan Wake is this whole story in a story in a story thing. It's all around the place. Oops. Why do you need go? When you see someone like that in need, don't just go. What the fuck? Why would you go? Okay. Naked, obviously wounded man wandering in the woods. Let's just, you know, go our separate ways and never bother about him again. That's an extremely detailed hairy back. A lot of thought went into this. Also, this game is supposed to be like a milestone in terms of graphics. So of course this is purposefully grey and bland as a beginning, very dulled out. So I can't wait to see what it's going to throw at me in terms of amazing visuals. Why do I phase through the foliage? This is not very next gen, Remedy. The way it's animated, I'm a fan. Oh, whoa, what the fuck? Oh, come on. The way I'm phasing through it, not a fan. I was looking at the foliage, so I missed the jump scare. Okay, I didn't miss this one. What the fuck? Why can't... Oh. Oh, I saw my own fate for a second. Was I supposed to do that? Is the game loud enough? I'm looking at the levels here and it looks like my voice is way louder than the game. But then again, there's not much, you know, happening in terms of audio. Okay, let's go into the narrow passage. Left stick, toggle sprint. Cool. I don't have to hold down, and I'm grateful for that. Oh! What the fuck is this? So I'm a random naked dude hunted by zombie Alan Wake? Not sure what to make of this. Oh yeah. And the audio design is going to be amazing because that's another Remedy staple. If you are playing a Remedy game at any point, play with headphones. Or some, you know, Dolby surround shit. Because they put a lot of care and thought into the audio. So, in Alan Wake games, light means good. So is this going to be a twist, like in this one, light is bad? How can you exist? You're in the light, you're not supposed to... Why? Why do you have antlers and... Why am I dead already? What am I supposed to... Holy shit. The cult of the words? Cult of the word or cult of the tree? What do you mean the rest? Okay, so these were the innocent bystanders we saw earlier. So someone got butchered and we got to see a penis. What a nice start for any game. Roll credits. So I suppose this is going to be the case. Yeah, oh, that's a big ass font. Yeah. I'm all for it. Smear it across my face. Do it. Do it harder.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers.
Patting myself on the
I'll
back.
let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too.
So just in case you're not aware, Night Springs is In the Remedyverse, it's a spin on the Twilight Zone show. Oh, that's Sam Lake. Hello. Oh, these character models are amazing.
Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up.
So, in case you don't know, Sam Lake, the head writer for Remedy,
Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
the original Max Payne design
Get to work.
was designed over his likeness. And that's him, in the car, next to Saga. He gets his own cameos in the games he writes.
A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
What do you think?
I'll check out that map.
Don't joke about these things. Always the same with characters in horror games. They are not aware they are in a horror game.
Before we get swallowed up by the trees.
I should take a look at that map.
Okay, I'm just, checking the sensitivity here. Well, okay, I cannot draw my weapon yet, so it's too early to check whether the camera sensitivity is good for fighting. Oh, B is the flashlight. And I pressed B because the prompt says press A, and I was playing Switch earlier this week. If you play both systems, Microsoft and Nintendo, you know the struggle.
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
I got an achievement just because I got the map? That seems too generous. Okay, map. Show me. Don't tell me I get a map and give me the button for it and then for it not to work, because I'm mashing the map button here and nothing happens. That's so weird. Why would you do that? And of course I'm going the opposite way. Who do you think I am? Can I whip up the map now? No, I can't. This is weird.
The Federal Bureau of Control? That's a new one.
No.
Toxic volcanic gas, huh?
The FBC is an obscure branch. It only shows up for unusual cases.
Well, what's so unusual about volcanic gas?
Beats me.
Locked. They really don't want people coming in here.
And the FBC has been around for a very long time and is the main authority where everything in Control, the game, happens. It's all linked to the Federal Bureau of Control, which is like the X-Files, but it's a whole department just investigating supernatural events. And the funny thing is, all the events of the first Alan Wake, they are classified files in the FBC, and you get to read about them in Control. And the second DLC in Control ties up the whole thing with the Alan Wake universe, which, by the way, is the same universe as in Quantum Break. It's all a shared Remedyverse, and I love it. Oh, some point-and-click action here. Rarest wildlife in the Pacific Northwest. Can I read this? Nope. I finally made my way to Cauldron Lake. The fence was easy to climb over with the proper gear and skills, which I thankfully possess. Next goal, spotting the rare and elusive orange-crowned warbler. A little late in the season, but hopefully I can catch it before it begins its journey south. I've noticed intriguing behavior in the surrounding common bird life. They seem to be alarmed and swarm around the lake. No birds of prey nearby. There are some strange sounds carried on the wind, however. Nothing I can recognize or explain. Getting a little concerned, I might have to find another spot somewhere safer. The sounds are getting closer. Moved inland. Foliage is stunning. Must come back in fall. Had to stop and sketch this gorgeous vine maple. Just at the way the Meadowsland birds hangs off it. I think there's a missing just look at the way. This is why trees are better than people, okay? Now, speaking of people, I saw some drunk guy staggering around the forest area, acting weird, maybe drugs, kept my distance. Oh, these are the people who looked at me from afar, okay? Oh, and I can read the actual texts. Kept my distance, should probably find another spot, so annoying. Okay, that's so cool. It's not like lorem ipsum shit, you can actually read the actual documents. That's so cool. After I saw that weirdo guy, decided to change spots again, moved up the mountain a bit, found a fantastic overlook to camp at, but I'm more interested in this Alaska onion grass. Invasive but edible, and surprisingly tasty. Started hearing wolves, or wild dogs, or something like 10 minutes ago, but they sound wrong. Rabies, wanna leave, but the sun is going down and my stupid phone is dead. Gonna hide in the tent and hope they go away. Something is really not right about this place. You don't think? Okay, I guess I was supposed to find this later. I think I'm going to ramp up the brightness settings because the game seems darker on the Twitch monitoring than it is on my screen. So can I graphics, brightness, yep. I suppose that's better. Not sure. Not sure why it looks so dark on Twitch. It's way brighter on my own monitor, so I'm not sure. Anyway, I can still not use the map which was just given to me, which is so weird. Yeah.
I have things to do, and this is not the right way.
I'm gonna try to switch to. Can I switch to performance quality mode without restarting the whole thing? Because there's some, noticeable pop-in. Oh man, oh, this 30 FPS is rough. No, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Props for being, for allowing us to change these settings on the fly. Every other game I've played forces you to restart the whole thing if you want to change, graphics mode. So, yep. Nice work. Okay, Sam Lake. I'm sorry, I'm not calling you anything else than Sam Lake. Okay. No, Sam Lake.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case.
Saga.
Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Why is there, like... I get having two choices, of course, but why is one in bold?
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, but you know, inside.
Or maybe the one in...
Were there any witnesses?
The one in bold is the last one?
Couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, cried Thornton. But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell him I'm here waiting. I'll show him around.
They got it, Thornton.
Why can Thornton hear Deputy Mulligan but not me when I talk? I mean, he's not, you know, pushing any kind of button. Like, you could think that his microphone is muted by default.
Fucking out-of-towners. We can handle this ourselves. They just stay the hell out of it.
Shut up, Thornton. They can
No.
still hear you.
I'm just saying. You know I'm usually a calm person. Yoga 3 times a week.
I'm listening to this.
City folk always think they know everything.
Also, phasing through some lake was disturbing.
Shut up, shut up.
Seems to be something weird going on about collisions in this game. The shadows are weird too. Let me check something. I'm sorry, I'm taking my sweet time, so yeah, I better get used to it. I'm taking this in all the way. Shadow quality doesn't seem to be much different when I switch to quality mode. Oh god, don't let me go through people, game engine. What are you doing?
The facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Mine Palace, case board, okay, show me.
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head.
Do I get to do actual detective work in this game? Because not only would it be a nice shift, an ambitious one, but it would be awesome. I wasn't expecting this at all. I have 2 goals. Get to the crime scene. Why is it not showing? What's with this head? I need to see all my goals. That's weird. Okay, let me take a look around. I can see now that the image reconstruction technique, that's, you know, a staple of the Remedy engine. It leaves artifacts when you move and you can see them so clearly here. If you're interested in this, just see the Digital Foundry episode about Quantum Break. They have some pretty amazing tech. It's not perfect, but it allows them to do some really, really interesting things in terms of visuals. So caseboard, how does this look?
Everything we know about the previous. Worth taking another look.
Caseboard is a mental technique that allows Saga to analyze clues and progress in the investigation. You can use R to move around, RT and LT to zoom, left trigger and right trigger. Okay. So much stuff from the get-go. Okay, so this is the FBI. So the FBC is mentioned because they sealed off all the area where all the weird supernatural shit from the first Alan Wake game took place. But this is FBI case. Series of murders have occurred around the town of Bright Falls. Yep. Finding the connections will help our search for the killers. Oh, this is the map now. Okay, so I can go... Okay, from the caseboard to the map. Oh, and this is the whole game area. Is there going to be a second map? Interesting. Okay, murder method. Slight difference in murders. Bloating only commonality in bodies. Not cause of death. Chest trauma. Exposure to water. Postmortem. Bruising on wrists and legs. Deep gash in the chest, heart missing. Can I change my settings in Twitch to tell people that this is gore? I'm going to do this right now. Yeah, this is the closest thing I can do to a trigger warning. So, deep gash in the chest, heart missing. Yeah, funny stuff. All body expanded, bloating. So yeah. So they were immersed in water or something else. Killer profile, Post-mortem tattooing on the body. No, that's some serious freaky shit. Tattooing the corpse. That's something. No common threats, no discernible common threats between the murder targets, and chest trauma resemble animal butchery technique. Okay. Victims. All reported missing in 2010. No other commonalities. Ted Lane. Dentist. See, the artifacts when I move. Oh, is it the light? Sometimes the text is more, readable than others, depending on where I move my field of view. That's kind of strange. Stab wounds, bloating, bruising on the wrist. Wendy Davis, teacher, body bloated, large spoon. Percy Wolf, store owner. I think Percy Wolf was a secondary character in the first Alan Wake, was he? Heart removed, strange tattoos. Large chest wound, but no chest wound on Ted. So yeah, the bloating is the only thing all victims have in common. Okay, I get it. Killer profile. Anything else? Look around. X for cases. I can open drawers. Who doesn't like a good drawer opening function in a game? I think that's it really. Let's get out of this. It's a good thing this exists, and I'm sure it will take a lot of importance later on. And I love the fact that in order to keep all the information stored in her head, in her mind place, she needs some, mind coffee, mind whiskey, or yeah, Bailey, yep, that's a whiskey, mind fridge, mind microwave, and everything. Like, if one detail is off, she forgets everything, people. She needs these.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson.
Fitting mind place does not pose the game. Cool.
Down the hill to the crime scene.
That's a nice feature. Let's take in the view. Too much sky. Come on. Okay, so far this is not the, the graphical milestone I was expecting, but I mean, it's only beginning, right? Let's go, Sam Lake. Show me the way. He's gonna die, isn't he? I mean, I'm not going to hang out with the game rider as a character model for the whole game. It would be too weird. It's kind of an immersion breaker, really. I mean, if you don't know.
It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
A creepy twig sculpture?
This is a redneck cult. Yes, 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 it is. No items. So I'm going to be able to use this head. I can't believe there's a broken head in this game. How is this not fixed? The game has been out for more than a month. How can the head still be faulty? I don't get it. So items, no items. So I need a key to open this, or maybe, a bolt cutter or something in order to break it open. Anyway.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Real funny, Anderson.
Okay, so much shit. Can I just zoom in? I can. It's not really convenient, so. Chaos at Cauldron Lake. Rampage at the rental cabins. Unidentified man attacks vacationers in the dead of night. Okay, this is like some Friday the 13th yet. Sunday. Okay, the style. Sunday. An idyllic evening of barbecuing and late night fishing was violently disrupted. Saturday. As a mysterious assailant attacked park visitors, causing chaos and destruction with an eye at the cabins. The incident left 3 people injured, one of which has been admitted to the county hospital. As to whether the attacker is still at large, Bright Falls police have yet to make an official statement, leaving local residents in a state of uncertainty. Sorry, my mouth doesn't function tonight. Witnesses to the crime were visibly shaken. One of them stated, in 1 minute we were laughing and toasting some marshmallows. The next we heard screaming coming up from the cabins. We didn't know what was going on, so we called the police and started running in the opposite direction, said Kurt Mill. Good thinking, Kurt. That's what you're supposed to do. Or maybe you could have go towards the screaming in order to help, but I get your thinking. Another eyewitness, who preferred to remain anonymous, said, "It's like he appeared out of nowhere. Suddenly my dog starts barking his head off, and this psycho guy comes crashing through the trees. Don't think I'll ever feel safe in the forest again. Good, stay home." A representative from the rental cabins, who chose to remain anonymous, wanted to remind customers, "If you have plans to stay in our lovely cabins later this summer, please get in touch with us, as we may need to rejigger some of the reservations based on the state of the cabin that you have rented with us." That's quirky. The representative went on to further remind future and potential guests of the wonderful amenities that can be found in their company's brochures and on the website, which is real nice, state of the art. My nephew made it and is a real computer with. Okay, this is stupid, but like on purpose. Does a hike a day keep depression away? It might be bright sunny July, but it's never too soon to start worrying about the gloomy ones of autumn ahead. That's right, in the grand scheme of life, those depressing days are just around the corner. Have you been taking vitamin D? Probably not. But for all of you thinking, there's got to be another way, there's good news. Hiking has been proven to be incredibly beneficial to your mental and emotional health, that's true. So get on out there and do it. Just don't forget the flashlight in case it gets dark. And food and water. Missing Doberman found on the trail. A heartfelt reunion took place this weekend when Mrs. Madden Smith was reunited with her beloved dog Coffee Bean. CB, as his owner refers to him, had been missing for 3 days, and Mrs. Smith was afraid she would never see her best friend again. Gotta love those local newspapers. I mean, it's all crucial stuff displayed here. But that's kind of the point. When I got the call, I couldn't believe my ears, she said. I must have asked, am I dreaming? At least 7 or 8 times. It was actually 9 times. Confirmed Ranger Stevenson, the man responsible for finding the wayward canine. It's rare that you get to give those kind of calls, and I feel real grateful to have had the opportunity. What with all the predators out there, usually you're telling folks that you found their dogs dead, their cats eaten, you know? And so it felt real good to give some good news. Even if Coffee Bean is in kind of a rough shape, the fur will grow back, sure, but, well, I suppose that's all I should say about that. Oh, mystery twist. Bright Falls' own virtual baking champ, little Sally Upton. Sally Upton is the, I think she runs the inn, the diner. I know that name. Whole family erupted into cheers when she won the big match this weekend. Was she playing soccer, tennis? No. In this brave new world that we live in, her family was cheering her as she won a match in a game that exists only on the information superhighway. The game in question was a mega baking star in which players compete to make the tastiest treats and sweetest eats for the virtual judges online. Bright Falls congratulates Sally on her big win. I can't help but find you a little, judgmental here, Mr. Journalist person. Okay, that's the same one. Okay, this is just, some world building here. A little lore and a little jab taken at local newspapers. Well, you gotta fill those pages, man. If you have nothing to say, you have to find some content. Okay. Do not feed the wildlife. Don't start fires. Okay, usual stuff. I really believe... sorry. I'm really wondering how and when everything is gonna turn to shit.
Those are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Thank you for teaching me that jump is A. Mirror Peak. Yes, I went up there. Once upon a time, 15 years ago. The mighty mountain in the distance is no other than Mirror Peak, the iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. From the right angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface of the lake, mirrored in all its inverted glory. Yep. I remember going up Mirror Peak to find someone who had information about my missing wife when I was playing as Alan. Nice times. We had such fun. I was attacked by zombies. Protected by armors of darkness. Such a laugh. What's up there? Oh.
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
It's kind of weird to have this popping in. I mean, I'm in quality mode now. What's wrong with, asset streaming? Look at this! Foliage popping in so close to me. And this is Xbox Series X I'm playing. It's basically a gaming powerhouse. So what's with the technical issues? Little painting rock. Mortal Falls. This powerful feature of nature will revive the spirit as it does the surrounding nature. That's twice in the same sentence. Nature. You're gonna do better, These churning, grinding waters at the bottom of the falls resemble a mortar and a pestle, quite like the one the witch of Cauldron Lake is fabled to have used to travel through the night sky. Okay, that's a bit mystical. But you do not joke about the witch of Cauldron Lake. You really don't want to joke about her. Because she will trap you in the basement and force you to write stories that come to life. And the painting rock are leading me to a place.
Kid's lunchbox?
That's worrying.
An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
Here we go again. So Alex Casey. So you see, it's all about the story within a story within a story. I don't know how you say mise en abîme in English, but I mean, I'll look it up. So my dad used to say, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. Not sure where the tough get going to, but maybe you'll find it inspiring. So that's a collectible because Alan Wake love the collecting manuscript fragments, of course. Of course there will be manuscript fragments because it's a whole thing. Oh, I can... What the hell? I mean, I never thought I would be saying this sentence out loud in my life. Manuscript fragments can be used to upgrade weapons. In the mine place, I can upgrade weapons in real life with pieces of paper. And in order to do so, I have to reach inside my imagination into my virtual mine palace. Do you know the LA Noire meme with the guy flashing with the prompt doubt press X? That's me right now. So I get pieces of magazines about pistols and then I can upgrade the pistols for real? Okay, so I can trigger auto fire as an upgrade, increase my magazine size, or get automatic double headshots. Right. This is so freaking weird. Okay, this makes no sense whatsoever. I'll roll with it. Oh, cool. I can stray off the beaten path.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
We get it, Casey.
Welcome back, Anderson.
Not an outdoors person. It's weird because he just admitted many times that he considers Saga like a better detective than he is, and then there is this "welcome back, Anderson," you know, sarcastic and judgmental tone. I suppose that's just, you know, characterization. Alex Casey
Damn.
is a sad person.
Umbrella.
I like the rain.
Yeah.
The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think
This
the
is
local
basically
law
Dark
has a
Sasuke.
tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
So if you're going left, of course I'm going right. Okay, let me see. General store. Yeah, I'm supposed to go around this. Oh my god. A phone booth. Witch's hat. Oh my god. So, okay, you know what? Maybe I'm not exploring all this right now.
I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
Okay, I suppose this is the game's way of telling me you can do this. You can walk around. I'm allowing you. Okay, this is not inviting.
Can't
Can
go
I-
any further.
Yep. Okay, I'm
It's
not.
too deep.
I'm not swimming in there. Okay, that's a flare box. Can I get some flares in there? Camping do's and don'ts. Oh yeah. Batteries. So that brings back memories. So just so you don't know, the whole gimmick of the first Alan Wake, what made it, you know, stand out as a horror game, third-person horror game, was that every opponent you had were like this, you know, raging zombies with, you know, faint memories of their past, but that wasn't the new thing. The new thing was they were all shrouded in darkness, and they were immune to bullets and to any kind of damage unless you had broken up their black dark armor before. And in order to do that, you needed to light them with your flashlight and keep basically using the light beam as a laser until their armor broke, and then and only then you could damage them with your gun. And it added another layer of urgency to the fights, and it worked wonders. The witch's hat, tell me about it. Can I read? Because it's all covered with plants. Ooh, I like the background action. Here live the witch of Cauldron Lake. Beware, her spirit may still haunt this place. I'm getting some, you know, Resident Evil 7 vibes here. With the old-fashioned furniture, the meal, I mean the plates still on the table. This is, yeah. And some rope for some reason. This looks like, you know, it was staged by the tourist office. What in the physics is this? The wind howling was a nice touch, though. That worked. This is so grim. It really works, you know.
A
Like you,
lunchbox again.
lunchbox again.
Who
So I
thinks
get.
these out here?
So I'm getting these lunchboxes surrounded by painted rocks, and I suppose I'm getting some more manuscript fragments out of them. I know things can get a little crazy around here, but if you're ever feeling scared, just remember that Alan is watching over us. Okay then. Well, that's alright then. I love the fact that, you know, this line, well, that's alright then, by Neil Patrick Harris in the latest Doctor Who special, which you should absolutely watch, is becoming a meme in of itself. It's already a cult classic. Friday. Mitch told me today her family is moving away. This sucks. I haven't even told her that I like her yet. What's the point anymore? She said her parents want to get better jobs and get her to a better school in the big city. I guess that's fair. Wants to stay in Bright fucking Falls. Sunday, so I told her, she said, thanks, fucking kill me, yep. I get you, son. Monday. Oh, daughter, this could be a girl writing this. I shouldn't jump to conclusions. Monday, I snuck out last night again, went to the big house by the lake instead of just watching it from here like I always do. Instead of just sitting around like I always do. Screw that! Anyway, something weird's going on down there. I'm going to find out what. Going to go back there tomorrow with better gear. I bet I can find a way inside the building, take some photos. It's going to be epic. Can I turn the page? Doesn't look like I can. Okay, that's a bit of a strong wind here. I'm not sure Burnt would behave like that in the real world. And I've been a Boy Scout. Yeah, that's a huge scoop here. And what about finding some bullets in cold storage out there in the woods? That, I mean, you would expect some beer cans in there. It's funny how how Saga doesn't comment on this. I feel like she should. So, is this the same person as the one who wrote about the birds? I'm not sure it is. I think the people writing about the birds are not this teenage girl person who's been living in lunchboxes and writing about their heartbreak because the girl they like is going away. I'm basically lost here. How do I switch to the map? Do I have to go over there? No, yeah, okay. The point of interest. Murder site is behind me. Okay, which ladle is here? Okay, this is such a big area. Okay, and if I hold the button down, I have a quick access to the map, which is way better. Let's keep exploring at snail's pace, because that's how I like to play. Which find a station. And if you're watching this stream, it means you like the way I play. Or maybe you just stumbled upon this by accident. And you're cursing at me through the screen right now going, why don't you go to the marker? Why aren't you doing the main quest? Which is ladle. Oh. Okay. Why would you put your head in there to get photographed? That's not where your head goes. Okay. There is no mystery in Cauldron Lake being named after its cauldron's shape. And yet, there are many mysterious stories about the lake, it being a gloomy doorway to the underworld. This part is actually true. Or a witch whose cauldron the lake really was. The legend tells that when the affections of a local sheriff went unanswered, he accused the lady in question of having bewitched him. Bewitched? Don't know. Him. She was drowned, because that's what you do with witches. You either drown them or burn them. But her dropped ladle grew into a strange tree named Witch's Ladle. The woman returned to avenge her wrongdoers. If she was not a witch before, she was one now. She killed the sheriff, drowning him in the lake. That's karma for you. Then she took out his heart and locked it in a box. With the heart, she would summon him from the lake to exact revenge on her behalf. Also, revenge, not revenge. But, I mean, if she had already killed the sheriff, who would she exact revenge on? Oh, that's cool. That's so cool. I don't get to read this, do I? Why can I not read this? This is weird. Why would you not let me read this piece of paper? Everything I found so far I have read, and I mean, there are fucking footprints coming out of a wall. I mean, my character, has been commenting on the action several times now. Why wouldn't she talk about this shit? I would. Okay, am I going the right direction now? Which sign, which ladle? Yep. If I go this way, I will go back to the fork in the roads. I can explore the general store and finally go to the murder site, which I will do in this order. Light looks nice. Light shifts look abrupt. Did I go full circle? No, this is not where I started. It looks like where I started because there's a map, but it's not the same place at all. Can I? How do I enable the quick turn. How do I do it? Controls. Flashlight boost. Yeah, quick slot 1, 2. Flashlight boost. Aim, shoot, reload, interact, sprint, dodge. Okay. RB the flashlight boost. Can I use this? Oh, I can remap the whole control. That's cool. Now what I wanted to do is quick turn. Double tapping backwards quickly turns the player character around. Okay. That's convenient. What the fuck?
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
So, FBI, huh? That's so cool.
Did you get lost?
Hunting down psycho
Fuck you.
Serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
I like Casey. I'm gonna miss him once he's brutal killed.
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now he didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
So D-pad up allows Saga to see active clues. The key image can be selected with A and placed on the caseboard.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
How would the killers know? How would the killers know that the FBI is arriving, like, today? I mean, these are some mighty implications that would, like, indicate a mole in the FBI connected to the murders. That would suck. So another body has been found in the woods near Bright Falls. Perfect timing. Needs to see if this is linked to the killings we're here to investigate. Okay. When the key image is placed, it will prompt a new question. Objective available, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. In my goals, investigate the crime scene. You are free to examine the caseboard or leave to complete this objective. Okay. Find evidence to see if this is consistent with previous murders. So I can switch from one case. Okay. So how do I mark a common point? I think, oh no, we are still at the question phase, and the lunchboxes are a thing in itself. Okay.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence.
Okay, this is a case,
Another message.
like a sub case. This is interesting. Why can I not read this? Oh, this is stupid. Come on. How is this possible? Ah, okay. Cauldron Lake area. Still, what for this last Cauldron Lake? Okay, I'm going to find these all over. What do you mean?
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, well, it should go up here. I don't get it. It's near the waterfall vista at Cauldron Lake. It is in the Cauldron Lake area. Okay. I have to put it next to the original yellow piece of paper, and then it places itself. I thought I was going to, I was supposed to place them on the wall by myself, but no, you don't get to do that. You just go to the central, like, knot, and then it just, places itself. So the writer of the note is leaving these to inspire someone. Are they really for me? Are they really for me? What's with the typos? Are they, like, intentional? There's been, like, so many typos, and we've been playing for an hour? Okay, these are the only two things I have when it comes to the lunchboxes. Okay. I'm really liking this. I think the last time I felt I was, like a game like this was asking me to do actual detective work. I think it was Heavy Rain. When you played with all this, augmented reality gimmicks with the FBI agents. I forgot his name. Find evidence. Okay, back to reality.
Inside stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed. The killer left the heart right next to the body.
I don't want these markers by default. I want to find them. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Nope. Okay. I'm a little bit disappointed in the fact that all, these magnifying glass icons are here by default, and I thought I would have, to put my pointer across the body and across the scenes to find them, but no, they're just given to me.
Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down.
Yeah, bruises from the wrists. All of these are common points, so let's go to the caseboard. Yep.
Partly made from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with.
Yep.
This makes 4 murders that we know about.
So the clues have resolved the open question and unlocked a deduction. As you advance the investigations, new questions will be unlocked, updating your goals. Cool. So who was the victim and who were the killers? You can check the update code by pressing Y. Learn more about the victim, learn more about the killer. And of course, the fact that the heart and the straps were left behind, of course, I know that it's because the crime was interrupted, but any detective with half a brain would come to the same conclusion.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers? Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here.
Yeah, they really made a mess here. Caught up in the act of just sloppy work.
Boot prints indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
Yeah, messy scene, crime of passion, premeditated. And I think
Did
I
they
need
plan for the murder to happen here?
to talk to the deputy here. So yeah, we can learn about the
Any
victim.
idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Agent Nightingale?
Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Okay, this definitely rings a bell.
So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his part
Quantico is the FBI headquarters.
off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Okay.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
The events of the first game. And now we know it's not just about Alan. It's about all these other people too. Maybe we knew that already.
Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here. Waiting. I think that's everything. For now, at least.
Mm-hmm. Anything clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it.
So our victim wasn't mentally stable. I trust cases read on people. So yeah, there is some mutual respect between our two agents, which is nice. I think my mic is too loud. I mean, my voice may not be too loud, but when I put too much gain on the microphone, it catches my breath, which is extremely unpleasant to hear. Not my breath in particular. Anyone's breath is a pain to hear on a stream or a podcast. And I'm not editing it out in between words. Thornton, victims Robert Nightingale, yep.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
So, premeditated or spontaneous? What do you think? People was taking out this spot, having a cold one while they waited for the victim.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now?
And he came out of the lake. Yeah, the victim came from.
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Oh, I like this a lot. Using her intuition, Saga can discover her clues, new clues by profiling people of interest.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake.
Okay, that's a bit much. That's bullshit.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. A Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
So, you know, the ritual murder thing, she can understand from, you know, the whole setup of the crime. Of course, it's a ritual. It looks like a ritual. You not, you know, cut open one's heart after making them take a crucified position on the table. I mean, it screams cult. But the fact that he came from the lake without any comment about the footprints I saw, because we saw them with the player, but Saga didn't see them, the footprints. It makes no fucking sense. Nope, not a fan. So I need to get back to the case board, or is that it? I can feel that Nightingale came from the lake. Bullshit. I need to find evidence. This I can get behind.
Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Okay, well, I'll just wait here.
I wanted to take a look inside the convenience store, so Casey's gonna have to wait.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
This I like, really. Nope, I cannot open this. Like, usually in video games, when you just wander off, people just, you know, stay in place and do not question the fact that you are not doing what you should be doing. And this simple fact that your character... Okay, I wasn't gone that long. See, I'm getting mixed signals here. I'm right in the middle of saying that this is good for immersion. The fact that when I go wandering around, I'm informing my partner, you know, I'm letting them know, okay, I'll be right back. And then I go off for like 15 seconds and it tells me, good to see you back in one place. It's a good thing they, you know, recorded some lines for these kind of situations, but there should be different lines depending on how much time you spent away before going back to the main quests. Good to see you in one piece. I really missed you during these like 8 seconds.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Lots of questions.
So
Lots of
now,
answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big.
yeah, that's a big ass tree.
You need to get out more.
He hates nature. Have you been paying attention?
No.
So now I get to investigate this. This is too scripted for me. I mean, if I wasn't going to investigate such an obvious, weird-ass situation with the piece of paper I'm going to read in a minute and the footprints, they should have sealed off this area before I got to get a script and interact with it. And they could have done that because some areas have been sealed off since we began with some, you know, Saga going down one path and going, okay, no, I'm turning around because I have something else to do. I would have been fine with that. This, not so much. I don't want to sound negative, but this is a Remedy game. I have high expectation, especially when it comes to immersion. This is what I expect from them. I want them to suck me in. I want them to shut me up. I don't want to be able to make this kind of, you know, remarks, this kind of observation about how the game doesn't really deliver and isn't really coherent. I suppose you're always the harshest critic of the people you love. There we are. So now I can interact with.
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
Okay. There's a piece of paper on the ground and... Okay, I needed to press B to trigger the cutscene. Why not make me press A?
On one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Here we go.
Reading the words. These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept, even if they knew it would end up hurting them?
We are in an Alan Wake story
Someone's been
already.
watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
Okay, so we read that already, so now I have a new entry. Yep, a new entry in the profiling section.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him, in his chest. I must find out what.
Okay, that's too convenient for me. I mean, it would be fine if Saga was, you know, described as a psychic from the get-go. I would be fine with that. This is a supernatural piece of work. It's like, it's okay to have supernatural elements in an Alan Wake game. I mean, after all, this is all an event worthy of the FBC's investigation, is it not? But this is not it. She's just described as a very good cop. So we must find what he had in his chest. So let's get back to the body, I suppose. Murder site, follow the road. So, the whole thing about Alan Wake, the character, is that he's trying to write stories allowing him to escape his prison. So,
Hey, you made it back.
is this what's happening here?
I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
So no, I thought I was going to have to interact with the cavity in his chest, but nope. I can't talk to him. Okay, back to the Mind Palace it is. I need to find more. Oh, I have clues now. Yep, walk through a bull, that doesn't make sense. Trail has gone cold.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense. Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
So yeah, there's a sequence to these things. So, but I think I'm going to need, yeah, a proper autopsy.
I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Yep.
Okay.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the Bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
So the game expected me to go, you know, all around and find the lunchboxes, because I'm not sure.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
I'm not sure I'll be able to come back here. So maybe that was my only chance of, you know, getting the boxes and starting the... Oh no, I'll definitely be back.
Hello, this is Agent Anderson and Agent Casey, FBI. We'd like to come in and ask a few questions pertaining to an investigation.
Station heads are not currently available. Access is restricted without their permission.
Nice talking to you, too.
We get no respect.
Welcome back, Anderson.
Anderson? Why the snark?
Seems
So
like
yeah.
a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Mm-hmm. What's over there?
I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
Yep. Okay, there is definitely rewards for
There's
explorations.
another lunchbox.
Yep. We're all in this together. Hero, have a heroic day. Okay, first A. Okay, that's clumsy. So first I press A to get to the case board. Then I press X to go to the cases. Then I take out the lunchboxes. Still Cauldron Lake. Where is the... Yep, over there. Okay. I usually enjoy motion blur, but this is much better without it.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
Mm-hmm. Why did I need to walk sideways through a normal-sized door? Okay, this is
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take
yeah.
your time.
I already found these. No. Yes. MacLeod on the left, so let's go straight up. Okay, yep. We end up here anyway. I'm stuck in the scenery. Come on. Let me get through here.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
Okay.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway.
I'm getting nostalgic, you have no idea. I'm back in Bright Falls. It hasn't changed much. This is very
The
cool.
diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
So I can listen to the radio in my mind place. So I can get the audio logs. Oh yeah, time doesn't stop when I do this.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
It's still a bit jarring to see all this, you know, faulty asset streaming. Oh, yeah, bulk colors. I figured as much. You know, the textures popping in late. I'm surprised by, you know, the relative lack of polish in this. I mean, I don't remember anything in, you know, anything in Control looking this janky. Like, if I go to the mine place and go back, see? For a second there, the FBI letters in my bag, they were low res. Missing dog, lost cat. DFS coming. Underwater metal detector and scuba gear. Okay. Right then. Still, this looks nice. It's not, you know, jailbreaking, but nice. So let's listen to the audio thingy. So I just need to go to the radio, I suppose. Yep.
Our debate on whether pets should be allowed at this year's bake sale. For those of you just tuning in, you're listening to the Pat Main Radio Hour, brought to you by Davis Family Moose Jerky. And boy, what an eventful day here in Bright Falls. By now, we've all seen the FBI setting up shop in town, and I'm sure you're all asking the same question I am. Did they bring all this darn rain with them? Deerfest is right around the corner, and we're all crossing our fingers for sunshine. So, I reached out to our top meteorologist for a weather update. She never responded, but I have her Uncle Tapio on the line from Watery.
Seriously.
Are you there? Yes. Great. And Tapio, what kind of weather can we expect today? Rain. That definitely seems to be on the menu. How about over the next week? Also rain. Right. Care to elaborate? Any chance the sun will poke out in time for Deerfest? No. Well, Deerfest is coming, rain or shine. And that parade lineup is looking dandy as ever. Yes, I like this parade because they're one float in the shape of a swan. Long neck and everything. A very large swan. Ah, so you're a fan of swans? No.
Is that it? Okay. Okay. That was colorful.
Anderson.
Anderson. I mean, I find his tone disturbing, really. I don't get it. Can we interact?
I'll be back in a second.
Roger. But someone left a gross surprise under their bed for housekeeping? They were nuts.
So, that's what all that screaming was about?
Either that, or
When
the
you
couple
guys
on
said
their
nothing ever
honeymoon.
happens in this town, you weren't kidding.
Not on the surface, at least. Or in the public eye.
Okay, I'm gonna get back to that one later for sure.
There's a lot happening on the sidelines. That's cool. All annual deer fest, deer hunt competition, need to register, blah blah blah. Okay, got it. It's like, do I have a map? No, I haven't got a map of the town, only of the lake area. So I don't know where I'm going.
I've been up to a little something.
Uh-huh.
You know those urban legends about that cult operating in the woods?
And a witch haunting the woods? Yeah, I know the scary stories to keep the kids from falling off cliffs and drowning in lakes.
I think there's more to those stories than they let on. Well,
Please
which one?
elaborate.
There's definitely something going on. And I'm gonna figure out what.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I think I'm done wandering around. This game is already, you know, off to a slow start. Let's not make it worse. I really want to interact with this though. I cannot. Okay. Let's try to follow my word. Okay, I'm getting stuck here and there. This is weird.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
Okay, let's go.
How much coffee have you had today, Charlie?
Come get percolated. DFS coming.
Toot my own horn, but I am pretty darn sure my, I mean our float will be the belle of the ball at this year's Deer Fest. Just a few more days. It's a nice looking float for sure. This is my first Deer
So
Fest.
this is a floating parade. Interesting.
It is the finest entertainment the town like ours has to offer. The happiest day of the year.
Cute.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls.
Did the jackets give it away?
It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say.
I'm moving the camera around because I have a hard time.
Take your time.
I just noticed that Anderson's hair
Look through the case files.
phases through her jacket, and now that I've seen it, I cannot unsee it.
Go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You can go ahead, Anderson. We'll be here.
Back into the diner. This is where things got weird in the first game. This is where we met the strange lady, and then the barista started acting all weird and brainwashed like. So I wonder if there is going to be a nod to the first game here, and maybe that is going to be pivotal point? Let's see. Also, are we going to meet the two old dudes who are the old gods of Asgard?
I'll take your mind off things.
And can I put some music on? Jukebox is out of order. Poor old thing can only take so much of the same song being played over and over and over and over. I'm as big a fan of Coconut as the next person, but come on. So things got weird when I went that way, in that corridor, back in the first game. Oh, map, please. Don't mind if I do.
I need a tool to get this open.
So of course, the developers would expect us to go there. People like me want to see if there's an Easter egg or anything in this bathroom. And they put nothing.
I can't force it open.
And why would I? Okay, let's talk to some traumatized witnesses. Are you the bookers? Anything else I can do? Hello. Yep, no one behind the counter? That's weird. How do I get my coffee? Okay, let's talk to the witnesses.
Down, Ed. You know how touchy these rural types can be.
These rule types. Prejudiced much?
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay?
I'm still not sure why some of these choices are bold, but yeah, can you tell me what you saw? It seems like the obvious choice. If I go with why were you at Cauldron Lake, I will sound all, you know, suspicious and everything.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research.
Okay, give me some more layers, please. More layers of fiction over fiction over fiction.
Perfectly legal.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found out the whole thing was. That's all.
You found a what? I think I need. Yep, I need to just stand there, looking at nothing. Imagine, I'm going to go into my mind place, try to piece these things together. But as I was told, and as I have witnessed myself,
may move the case forward.
Time will not stop. Which means, in the real world, in reality, I will just stay there, staring blankly into space, while these two traumatized people will be just looking at me, wondering what the hell I'm doing. Alright then. But yeah, she stopped him from talking. It's good that okay, I don't have to move around in my mind place. I have a quick selection thingy. That's good.
The cult of the tree. What are the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists.
I'm not buying this. I'm not buying this. I hope this gets explained in the game, and not only like, and Alan Wake was saying that that Saga was having these hunches for no reason, and she wasn't questioning them, and at no point was she telling herself, it's kind of weird how I get these flashes of people giving me information I'm not supposed to know about. This is pulling me out. This is not working for me.
The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with a murder. They were telling the truth. So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Okay.
Told you not to keep that thing, Timmy.
And you could, if your editor wanted this on the cover of your book, you could have just taken a picture. You know, with your phone, like everybody has one.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor.
Rose!
In case we have any more questions.
Hi there!
Like we'd even dream of missing Deerfest.
Oh God. Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl.
What the fuck?
How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
She called you by name. So yeah, things always start being weird at the diner.
Hello.
So let's get this cult necklace in my mind place. I need to enter first. Okay, that's weird. So I cannot, you know, this fast selection menu on the top of the screen, I cannot access it directly from the mind place. I have to go somewhere, then go to the caseboard, and I can move around the menu. Can I access it from the map? Okay, I'm trying to find the fastest way of proceeding. Okay, this is the way. If I hold down this button, I access the map, and once I'm in the map, I can directly move over the caseboard. Okay, previous murders.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer. The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Exciting. Woo! Cults.
I need to know more about the cult of the tree if I'm going to shut them down.
Cult goal, what kind of cult, and who's involved?
Yeah.
Generally can be used as a subtle indicator of membership. So my questions are, what kind of cult, cult symbols, who's involved, and what is the cult goal? And I was saying, jewelry can be used as a subtle indicator of membership, but this isn't subtle, so is it a badge of pride? Dia masks, so that's symbols. Oh, no, psychology. They're hiding their faces, they aren't established enough to operate openly. Yep, connection to DFS, maybe. They're all about the Dias. Yep, triangle figures made for twigs, I saw these. With a purpose, marking territory, a warning feels derivative, like something out of a horror movie. Well, do I have news for you, Agent Anderson? So do I have some more dialogue? I think if I talk to the guys outside, it will trigger a cutscene. I will move on the police station, and I'm not doing this. Oh, I can talk to her. I think this will trigger another save.
So Rose, help me out. How do you think we know each other?
We all know each other around here. It's been a while, but I never forget a face. Or a coffee order.
Guess I just have one of those faces. Seen anything out of the ordinary in town lately? Suspicious people in deer masks?
No one's suspicious, but soon enough there'll be lots of happy people wearing
Yeah, this is going to complicate things.
Practically everyone will be wearing one.
Good to know.
Uh-huh. Okay, I don't think I have any more interactions. Oh, yep.
A cult murdering a man is pretty extreme. Why didn't you tell the police what you saw?
We did. We told those two idiot deputies. They didn't listen. And they wanted to throw Ed and I in jail for that murder. You know, Bright Falls is just Alabama with bigger trees.
This is my case now, and no one is throwing you in jail. If you need anything else, just come to me.
Got it. Thank you, Saga.
Okay, and I think that's gonna be a wrap for tonight. I have almost 2 hours of playtime. No, you're not.
You can ease up now.
Hey, you think they serve avocado toast here?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't count on it.
Come on. With the stereotypes all around. So, yep. I'm gonna call it a night because this is a slow start. It's a slow burner. I'm fine with that. I'm going to elaborate during the outro, but I don't want to get myself into a cutscene and go into the next step of the game because I have no idea how long it will be, and we're reaching the usual maximum length for a video on my channel. So let's move on to the outro now. All right. So many things. So many contrasting things, to be honest. I like the atmosphere. I like the fact that it's a slow start. I'm not bothered by this one bit. It's okay. I mean, I know that shit is going to get like crazy. It's going to go over to 1 million at some point because Alan Wake is a weird ass story. It always is. It involves reality bending fiction. It involves cosmic forces, undefined monsters trying to tear down dimension walls in order to break through our reality using Alan as a medium, as a channel of sorts. And the fact that we are entering this through a mundane approach, like this normal cop investigating a weird murder, I'm all for it. This is good. This is a good angle. But it would work for me if this cop saga was actually a real normal person, and she is not. She is magical in her own way. She has powers which are not defined as powers, and this is where it's hard for me, to maintain my willing suspension of disbelief. I'm a sucker for coherence. I can get into any kind of fictional universe as long as it makes sense according to its own inner logic. The fact that she is basically a psychic, a medium, but is not recognized as such, even in her own eyes, doesn't sound right with me. It creates a dissonance. Maybe that's on purpose. Maybe it's going to be addressed, and maybe I will be proven wrong, and maybe I will come back to this like a few hours of gameplay later and say, oh, that was so clever, oh, that was foreshadowing. I don't know. Thing is, so far I'm bothered by it. I don't like it. Also, what's with the technical issues? I mean, this game came out like more than a month ago, and one of the few good things about starting a game late in the 2020s is that when games come out, if they are not Nintendo games, usually they are not finished, and they need some ironing out, and they need some 1 month, day one patches, and then month one patches, so they can just get the bugs and the glitches out of the way and get some more polishing done. So I expected this to run perfectly, and it's not. There's some texture streaming issues and some pop-in and some weird, I'm getting semi stuck in environments sometimes. And the hair, I mean, my character's hair is, which I'm looking at all the time because this is a third-person game, is just, phasing through her shoulders. This is so weird. Why would you leave that in a game when you know that the player is not going to be able to avoid it because we are staring at this character's back? I mean, it's going to be all game long. Unless we get to play as Alan at some point, and I suppose we will play as Alan at some point. I mean, I'm going in this blind, as you can see. Also, I like the detective angle. I like the fact that this is, this goes into investigation, puzzle game, police game territory. That's fine, but it's too easy. I don't want the clues to be handed over to me, but then again, this is the very beginning, so maybe things will get harder. Now, rest assured, I'm playing the shit out of this until the end. As I mentioned earlier, I'm just allowing myself to be, to utter some criticism because I have high expectations from Remedy in general and from the Alan Wake franchise in particular. I'm a fan, so you don't want to mess with a fan. Some of us are blind. I'm not. I'm the other kind of fan. I'm the kind, that will scrutinize every detail in order to determine whether it's up to par to the standards I've let the developers set for themselves by releasing such high quality products in the past years. So yep, there's a lot of good in this. There's some bad as well, and I'm really curious. And I'm playing this again tomorrow, so we'll see. Okay, that was a lot of talking, so I hope you had a good time watching this video. Thank you for being here with me. please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, following me on Twitch. I'm giving you lots and lots of hugs and kisses if you are okay with that happening, and I'm telling you, see you soon in the next video. Bye.